Hello and welcome to Sunday night NBA action here on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here, joined by our analysts, Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, plus reporting from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Now let's check out the starters for Brooklyn. Porter Jr. and Clowney in at forward. Then there's Sharp, then it's Cam Thomas, and it's Bufkin in at the point. And for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart, then it's Karl Anthony Towns, and it's Anunoby in at the three. We've just started up this season, Grant. What's important for players right now?
You know, I think it's finding a good routine, especially for those on new teams. The earlier you figure out what works for you, the quicker you'll get comfortable.
Here's Brunson, following the three by Brooklyn. Towns on a screen. Fires the three. Sends it home from three-point land.
Well, Pat answers with his own three, and he says, I told you I'm the best shooting big man in history.
Pass to Thomas. Sharp, a screen on Bridges. Here's Thomas. And that one's on target from the wing.
Oh, phenomenal work right there. There's times, boy, he can be tough to check.
Here's Brunson, using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
Here's Bufkin. Brunson defending. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. And he drives in. Yep, that one goes.
Well, guys, we don't call him Big Body Brunson for nothing. Give him a little contact, and it's no problem.
Pass to Thomas. Now Porter. It's Sharp on the wing. Playing Detroit, he was nearly unstoppable. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Thomas for three. Outside for Porter. Lets the three fly. The Knicks with the rebound. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Brooklyn this season.
Oh!
Hammers it home!
So nice!
How special can OG and Anunoby be? Show off and show out.
A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. Here's Bufkin, outside Porter. Now Thomas. Jacks up a three. It's hauled in by Jalen Brunson. Knicks leading by 4. And you look at Brunson, listed at 6'2". You wouldn't think he'd be such a handful inside doors.
Handful might be an understatement, B.A. He is a nightmare free throw line and down. Why? Because he has moves and then counter moves. His footwork is exceptional, and I don't care what kind of defense you play, the guy will be able to get off a shot, and most often it's going to go in.
And New York has possession, following the three by Brooklyn. Pass to Towns. The three. He drops it from range. Towns has got 6.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Here's Clowney. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Porter, the pass to Thomas. Pulls up, high post. And Brooklyn again with a bucket.
When Cam Thomas finds a look, folks, he is going to attack.
Towns on a screen. Towns double team. New York needs to get off a shot here. Here's Anunoby, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Here's Bufkin. Brunson defending. Outside Sharp. Pass to Bufkin. from downtown. No good. And so Anunoby will bring it up for New York. 4-point game. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. One of the most exciting teams in the league, Doris, the New York Knicks.
BA, there's a saying that the NBA is better when the New York Knicks are in the house, and they are good. How about the resurgence over the last 5 years? They want to win now, and that rabid fan base is eating up all this success.
Here's Clowney. No points yet. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Martin, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And the basket by Bridges.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
And Jordi Fernandez wants a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And Doris, the Knicks gave up 5 first-round picks and the swap for Mikal Bridges. Safe to say there's some pressure to perform.
There is no doubt about that, BA, because that is forever the prism through which I will view this trade. His team had showed such patience to that point. To give away 5 coveted first-round picks speaks volumes about the impact they believe he can have for them.
And it's the Knicks with the ball, following the bucket by Brooklyn. Towns up top, guarded by Sharp. Anunoby a screen on Sharp. Towns, that's good. Towns has got 8.
Yeah, their offense is really humming right now. They just can't miss.
Pass to Bufkin. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Bufkin's gotten his second bucket of the game.
And the advantage he has is clear. Just taking what the defense gives him right there.
Brunson on the drive. His first miss. 3 for 4 in this contest now. Nets trail by 6. Oh, they get a hand on it. Outside Anunoby. Puts up a 3. They get it again. Pass to Brunson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Towns with the power finish.
You call that moving with intent and purpose. The big-time finish by Karl Anthony.
And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Sharp. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Brunson surveys. Going inside. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5. Nets trail by 8.
16.
Here's Bufkin. 5 points in the game. And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game for the Knicks. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And Clarkson subbed in for Hart. Here's Bufkin. Pure from 3-point range. Bufkin's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
My goodness, that's just too clean a look. He takes full advantage.
Screen by Robinson. Brunson on the drive. Banked it in off the glass. And the Knicks lead by 7.
Boy, for the most part, when they have gone through him, he has delivered.
Martin outside. Here's Bufkin. Give him 8. And stolen by Brunson. And he lays it in off the breakaway. And now a 9-point Knick lead.
Yeah, that's Jalen Brunson getting out with some speed and as good as anyone on the floor scoring the basketball.
And Jordi Fernandez. Fernandez wants a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. So for the Knicks, Yabusele comes in for Anunoby, and it's McBride in for Brunson. Brooklyn also changing it up. Williams comes in for Clowney. Dimon comes in for Bufkin. Now here's Sharp. Unloads. And it's New York with a rebound.
Well, that's surprising. This guy is a good mid-range shooter, just can't get it to go.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Miles McBride. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Martin outside. Pass to Dimon. And the layup is good off the glass.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Clarkson against Martin. Bridges outside. Three-pointer. Sharp grabs the miss. Nets trail by 7. Williams into the lane. Misses the layup. Now here's Bridges. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Well, we know this. Mikal Bridges has the length and hops to score inside. Nicely done.
Pass to Sharp from 11 feet away. And he hits the jump shot. Sharp's gotten his second bucket on the night.
This night already has the makings of an offensive war.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
Now here's McBride. He's scoreless. Kicks it out to Clarkson. Clock at 4. Screen by Robinson. Puts one up from 19. Back to McBride. Porter with the steal. To the middle. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Dimon's got his second basket.
Well, at the rim, that's just a matter of size differential, right? That's usually the result.
Outside McBride. Screen by Robinson. McBride attacking. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, the Nets trading this summer for Michael Porter Jr. And after playing a complimentary role in Denver with Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, he now becomes a focal point. He said he's not really a big city guy with all the traffic, but listen, he can expect plenty of crowding every time he touches the ball.
He can heat up in a hurry. Shams, thank you. Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Sharp. And Wilson is subbed in for Michael Porter. Hart's checked in for New York. We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter of the game. Back to McBride. Pass to Yabusele. Shot clock at 5. New York again can't hit.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Those who've worked with Nets coach Jordi Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try because I think it's important. When you have that relationship, especially in the tough moments, is when you can break through and be successful. Without it, it's tough, so you try to build it." Back to you.
Thank you, Allie. 2-for-1 opportunity if they can time it right.
Great way to end the quarter.
For 3, Dimon. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Outside Hart. Outside McBride. The 3 is up. And he buries his first look.
Well, Josh Hart's the very definition of unselfish. How about keeping his eyes up and finding his teammate?
Here's Dimon. Yep, count it. Dimon's got 6.
Yeah, nice job there. Just very lackluster defense.
Yabusele, a screen on Martin. Here's Clarkson. Drives to the hoop. It's been all about Jalen Brunson for New York. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. We'll be right back with you shortly. Good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for New York.
In the early goings, their effort level has been exceptional. The speeding around the defense and opening up options with good penetration.
We've also seen them show a willingness to take advantage of the mid-range opportunities. The defense conceding these looks, and they're cashing in.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Nets. They've got Williams, Dimon out there with Nicholas Claxton. And it's Wilson in at the power forward. Here's Dimon. His fourth make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area, huh?
Outside McBride. Pass to Clarkson from behind the arc. Buries it from 3. And the Knicks lead by 4.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Here's Dimon. McBride covers. And it's Dimon missing. New York has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. McBride passes to Clarkson. Pass to Yabusele. Williams against Hart. Clarkson for 3. Claxton with a rebound. Nets trail by 4. Now here's Martin. Launches a 3. And he can't get that one. Hart with it. 14 points his last outing. And Hart throws it down.
Josh Hart hammering it down. That's a message right there.
Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Pass to Claxton. Here's Dimon. Give him 8. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Martin against Clarkson. And here's Claxton. 6 on the shot clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Williams from long range. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got 4 rebounds in the game. Down low. And stolen by Williams. Here's Martin. Outside, Williams. And there's the foul. It'll go on Miles McBride. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And now that's his second foul, so they're going to have to navigate that as this game progresses here in the next couple minutes.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Karl Anthony Towns has checked in for Robinson. OG Anunoby comes in for Yabusele. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Clarkson.
Claxton, an elite finisher at the rim. That is nicely done.
Outside McBride. Towns on a screen. Oh, it's Towns with the finish.
How about the creativity, the athleticism? That's a rare combination for a guy his size. Go to work, Cat.
Well, we know he can shoot it, Doris, but Karl Anthony Towns is most effective when he... also working in the paint.
B.A., he has such an effective arsenal offensively, and he's most effective when he's getting to each of those aspects. So, you have back-to-the-basket skills, no doubt. If there's a mismatch, go at the mismatch. But he is also so effective as a driver. Straight line, with intent, and efficient off the bounce. He can also hit a mid-range. There is nothing he can't do on the offensive end.
All right, Doris, when you're talking about the type of player who comes off the bench, what kind of player do you like best in that 6-man role?
I mean, for me personally, I love guys who can keep pressure on the defense with their scoring ability. Somebody who can shoot with range or put it on the deck, because then your offense doesn't take a step back.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
Here's Bufkin. Brunson defending. Bufkin, no good. Knicks leading by 7. It's Bridges on the wing. Ananobi, a screen on Porter. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
So the Nets making a switch here. Sharp's checked in. Nets trail by 7. Here's Buffkin. 15 in his last outing. Sharp. It's good on the putback.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. Now here's Brunson. Towns for 3. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got his 3rd assist of the night.
He's lighting them up. Tough to strategize a comeback when you're being run over.
Here's Buffkin. Give him 8 points now. Here's Williams. And that one's good. Sharp's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And here's Brunson. He's got 12. To the inside. Towns. Oh, Towns drops the hammer.
This is where you have to keep feeding Karl Anthony Towns. He's in an incredible rhythm. He's already got huge numbers. Keep feeding the big man.
Pass to Porter. Now here's Sharp, covered by Towns. Here's the teardrop. Sharp, no good. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for New York. Towns outside. Here's the 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. They'll be hosting Toronto for their next one, and that's a 1-game homestand for the club. And here's Porter outside. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
First team foul.
New York leading by 8. Now Brunson. We saw him with 19 his last time out. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Porter. And he makes it on the layup. Porter's got 5.
Smart play there by Porter. Working his way inside to find a reliable, close-range look.
Outside Brunson. And an Obi for 3. Brooklyn with the board. Sharp's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Buffkin. Give him 8. Sharp passes to Williams. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Porter finds Williams. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter. Porter's got 3 assists in the game.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Now here's Brunson. 12 points for him. Driving in. Kicks it out to Ananobi. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First personal foul.
It'll go on Michael Porter.
OG Ananobi, such a nice blend of power and skill. You see it right there.
Cameron Thomas checked in for Brooklyn. Nets trail by 6. Pass to Buffkin. There's the screen. And stolen by Brunson. Double team on Towns. Misses from short range. The Nets have gone 6 of 14 in the second quarter. All right, Doris, for the Knicks, would you run a 2-man with Brunson and Cat or stagger their minutes?
BA, I think the answer is you do both, obviously. But if you stagger it, it's because of what they're not doing on the defensive end. Teams will target Brunson and Cat because they are not elite defensive players. But at the same time, they are both elite offensive players. And there will be moments, particularly late game, where you want your best players on the floor. So the answer is both.
Here's Towns, following the bucket by the Nets. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Nets trail by 4. Pass to Buffkin. Here's Clowney. Ananobi covering. Here's Clowney. 6 to shoot. Now here's Thomas. And he gets it to go. 4 for 6 so far.
You just can't let Cam Thomas get that kind of position. It's playing with fire. He's got such a knack to score it.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. So New York going with almost an entirely new group here. Robinson, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Yabusele comes in for Anunoby. Josh Hart's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And Clarkson subbed in for McBride. Now here's Brunson. He's got 12. On the take, Brunson, and makes it with the kiss. Brunson's got 14 points.
Boy, Jalen Brunson just reads what the defense concedes, and on that one, it's a drive.
Hart inside. He's guarded by Porter. Hart can't hit.
And we haven't seen them pound the ball inside and draw as much contact this quarter.
Porter, the pass to Sharp. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
Outside Brunson. On the wing, Clarkson. Shot is up. Brooklyn pulls it in. They defeated Detroit in their last game.
Great communication on defense in that one. They worked really well as a unit to frustrate the offense.
You knew they were on a string all night on the defensive end, and it always helps when someone got caught out of position, help was on the way. Right? Sometimes you just lose that little bit of focus, and this is what happens.
Pass to Thomas. Porter looks it over. Back to Thomas. Here's Clowney. Over Yabusele. That misses. Had a chance to tie it. Here's Hart. Driving inside. And Hart throws it down.
I'll tell you, Josh Hart, if he sees a lane and an opportunity to drive, I promise.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. OG Anunoby out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then there's Jalen Brunson. And it's Towns in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Mike Brown. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Doris, when you think about the career of Mikal Bridges, how impressive has his development been?
B.A., I certainly think he's been a better player than people expected when he came out of college. What we know about Mikal Bridges is he's cross-positional defensively. He's made a number of big-time defensive plays in his defensive career. And offensively, he's proven more than just a three-point shooter. That fadeaway jump shot game is real. Well, this is a big part of his game, creating offense for his team off the glass.
Towns on a screen. Towns driving. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Boy, you love his toughness. You can tell that this young guy cares. The game is important to Karl Anthony Towns.
Pass to Thomas. And if you're just joining us, we played just over a minute here in the third.
Nothing more important than contesting layups and dunks. A great job defensively.
Towns outside. Three-pointer. Yes. And a nice assist from Brunson. And now a 12-point Knick lead.
Now, Towns has said he believes he's the greatest shooting big ever. That's how confident he is.
Pass to Clowney. Now Porter launches it. Jalen Brunson grabs a miss.
This is frustrating. You come out to start the second half, you've made one of your first 4 shots.
It's Bridges on the wing. Here's Towns. Double team on Towns. And after trading away a lot of their top veteran players, the Nets going young, Doors.
Well, they are, BA, and the rumor, though, says that they are looking to try to rebuild quickly. It's obviously a big market, New York City. And let's remember, free agency is a viable avenue to improve. And once they collect enough young quickly. But Cam Thomas is an enthusiastic three-point shooter. This guy will not hesitate.
Towns outside from deep three-point land. The rebound by the Nets. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Thomas. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Thomas has got 5 points in the quarter.
When Cam Thomas gets going, folks, he can get as hot as anyone in this league.
And now a look back at last year's top shooting teams in the NBA. 5th on the list, the Knicks.
They were so consistent with their shooting. Maybe not lights out, but they played smart and didn't let good looks go to waste.
Brunson on the drive. Pass to Hart. To the paint. Towns passes to Brunson. Outside Hart. And again, the Knicks missing.
With that much room around him, it's hard to imagine he could have gotten a better shot.
Here's Bufkin. Brunson defending. From deep. Bufkin, no good. Knicks leading by 7. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Pass to Brunson. Fires from deep. New York again can't hit.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
Here's Thomas for 3. And Anunoby pulls it down.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
And it's powered home by Towns.
That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
Thomas outside. There's the 3. Ooh, he's now 7 for 12.
That's his second make from distance this half after hitting none before that.
Now here's Brunson. He's closely guarded. Sneaking inside. It's Brunson.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And stolen by Bridges. Hart passes to Brunson. Hart with a screen on Thomas. Back to Hart. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. And it's a 10-point New York lead. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
But they've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time. A dominant quarter, but he needs some help.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 prospect in his high school class, and he said, growing up, basketball was easy for me. It was like, say, going up an elevator. But after my injuries, it's like climbing the stairs. It's like I'm walking in my purpose through this, more than if everything had just been smooth. Guys?
Thank you, Allie. Outside Brunson. It's deflected. And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
New York on D. Out to the wing. Pass to Bufkin. Thomas outside. Clock at 6. Shoots over Bridges.
Mikal Bridges doesn't take a possession off. You love his willingness to harass the offensive player. So disciplined, so tough.
Now Brunson. This one for 3. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 4 rebounds now. Shoots over Anunoby. Porter's shot is off.
Boy, he's trying to give this team a spark, but the buckets simply will not go down.
Out to Bridges, and it's going to be a 3-second call. All right, here's what the Knicks have lined up on their schedule. On Tuesday, they'll be playing against Jaren Jackson and the Memphis Grizzlies. And then on Wednesday, they'll go up against Franz Wagner and the Orlando Magic.
And that game against the Heat, that's one that stands out to me. A lot of great talent involved in that one, and I'm curious to see how they have improved over the offseason.
McBride, he's checked in for Hart. Now here's Bridges. 6 points for him. McBride passes to Brunson. New York working the ball around now. Sharp against... Whoa! Cat! Unreal!
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connected Cam. They set a pick, and here's Thomas from the arc. And Anunoby pulls it down. New York leading by 8. Pass to Buffkin. Beyond the arc. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Towns has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Now Anunoby. Bridges outside. Here's Towns. Oh, it's Towns with the finish.
I'll tell you what, it's hard to stop Karl Anthony Towns when he's looking to score. He's got every trick at his arsenal.
Thomas outside. And they call an illegal screen here.
And that's now his 5th turnover of the game. He's got to rein it in. You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Sharp. Now here's McBride. Outside Brunson. The 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns. Towns has got 3 assists now in this one. And so the... Timeout by Jordi Fernandez here. He's going to talk it over with his guy. And the Nets looking to improve, in particular, offensively, Doris.
I mean, there's no doubt. There is not a category within which they didn't struggle on the offensive end. Missed shots, turnovers, you name it. On the other side, they do force quite a few turnovers themselves. Their games can have a very chaotic feel.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Yabusele comes in for Mikal Bridges. And Clarkson subbed in for Brunson. And so it's New York with it after the basket by Brooklyn. And Anunoby for 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Buffkin's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Williams. Here's Buffkin. Here's Clowney. No good on the 3. New York leading by 11. Clarkson passes to McBride. Inside. Here's Yabusele. And it's Thomas with the rebound. And Thomas has got the ball here for the Brooklyn Nets. To the paint. Robinson with the block.
Rim protection at its finest. Mitchell Robinson, such a presence.
Back to Clarkson. Robinson, a screen on Williams. And Clarkson, here we go.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
There's the foul. It'll go on Miles McBride. That's his 3rd foul so far. For Brooklyn, Michael Porter, he's checked in for Clowney. Martin comes in for Thomas. Dimon comes in for Buffkin. Williams passes to Claxton. Good work defensively by Robinson. Clarkson outside. Yabusele a screen on Martin. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks. New York will retain possession. 1:24 left in the 3rd. Shot clock at 6. Anunoby passes to Robinson. Here's Clarkson.
Boy, they've done a good job overcoming his offensive struggles. He's got to be very thankful for his teammates.
Outside, Williams. The three-pointer off the mark.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
To the inside, Yabusele. And Yabusele slams it in.
And you lay that pass out there just like a great quarterback. Let your teammate run to it.
Pass to Claxton. Here's Dimon. McBride covers. It's Martin on the wing. Outside, Williams. Claxton, a screen on Anunoby. And the Nets miss again.
Nothing going his way. Boy, it feels like he's forcing it and to no avail.
Their lead could be even bigger right now, but their efficiency from the line has dropped off a little.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
I mean, to me, every NBA team is looking for players just like OG Anunoby. Elite defensively, can guard multiple positions, and boy, he'll give you some things offensively.
Brooklyn shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And he drops it first. New York making a switch here. Porter hits them both.
An exceptionally skilled player. You hope Michael Porter Jr. stays healthy. I mean, his potential is limitless.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Dimon, that's good. Dimon's got 10 points. And so it's the New York Knicks now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. Back after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard. Survey the floor, serve it up on time and on target.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the floor for Brooklyn, Porter Jr. is the 4 with Claxton at the 5. Then it's Williams, then it's Dimon, and it's Martin in the 2 guard.
Boy, Josh Hart so willing to make the extra pass. This guy finds the best shot.
Martin, the pass to Williams. And here's Claxton. Robinson defending. Back to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Excellent tempo on the play, and he leads his teammate perfectly.
McBride attacking. Brooklyn pulls it in. And there's the foul. It'll go on Miles McBride. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game.
That's his 4th foul, so you have 2 to work with, but you do not want him picking up another.
4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Here's Williams.
And wow. Since the break, he has struggled to get going.
No good from 11 feet. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Up until that play, his ball handling had been impeccable. He's given it up just one time.
Nets trail by 12. Here's Dimon. Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Here's Clarkson, rejected by Claxton.
Love rim protection from Nick Claxton. That is a big-time block.
Pass to Dimon. Now here's Claxton. Outside Porter. Just 5 on the clock. The lead now cut to single digits. Dimon's gotten 4 this quarter.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Outside McBride. Pass to Clarkson. Let's go with a 3. Drop. in the three. And the Knicks lead by 11.
Well, after knocking down a couple in the first half, that's his first triple here in the second.
Here's Dimon. McBride covers. Outside Porter. Here's Dimon. To the middle. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Well, this is what you want your big to do. Set a quality screen and then be opportunistic on the catch.
Outside Hart. Yabusele outside. Here's Clarkson. Claxton! With the block.
My goodness, how quick off his feet is Nick Claxton?
Martin, the pass to Porter. Back to Martin. Pass to Porter. Here's Dimon. McBride covers. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And there's the foul. It'll go on Miles McBride. That'll be foul number 5 on him. So New York going with almost an entirely new group here. Karl Anthony Towns is checked in for Robinson. OG Anunoby comes in for Yabusele. Mikal Bridges checked in for Clarkson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for McBride. And the Nets also making a change. Sharp, he's checked in for Claxton. Here's Anunoby. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
The vertical of OG Anunoby. Go ahead, sir. Finish with authority.
Pass to Dimon. The three. It falls again. He's now 8 for 12 from the floor.
Boy, what a quarter he's had. Go ahead, young sir. Keep the pressure on.
And Brunson, here we go. Brunson slicing and dicing.
Folks, that is about Jalen Brunson's craftiness there. His footwork, the ability to be elusive.
Here's Dimon. Martin with a screen on Brunson. Down low. And that one's good. Sharp.
That bucket is really just about the efficient use of a screen. That's nicely done.
Now here's Brunson. Pass to Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Yeah, I like that recognition. He knows he's in rhythm, knows this is the time to give his team some punch.
Here's Dimon. Brunson defending. Outside, Williams. Pass to Sharp. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
You can feel the temperature rising in this arena. Both teams pouring it on offensively.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two. Well, it hasn't mattered what the defense has tried. He has had every counter. What a great night.
Here's Dimon. Martin, right side, takes the three, knocks down the long J.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now here's Anunoby. Brunson up top. Williams defending. Brunson with it. The three is up. The shot no good. Williams passes to Sharp. The kick out to Williams. Offline with a three.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
Hart finds Towns. Back to Hart. He takes it in. Brooklyn pulls it in. Sharp's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Corner shot. Martin misses.
Let's be honest. That's not a shot he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
Clowney, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Cam Thomas comes in for Martin. And a deep three from Brunson. No good on the quick three. Nets trail by 8. Thomas, left side, shoots over Anunoby, and the shot falls short that time. For New York, they've gotten 6 of 12 shots to go here in this fourth quarter. Outside Hart, pass to Towns. Double team on Towns. Hart from long range, and they recover it. Here's Brunson. Wow, Brunson playing big down low.
That's what you call sticking with the play and converting. Jalen Brunson gets to the offensive window.
Outside for Porter, fires the three, gets the three to fall.
Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
Knicks leading by 7. Outside Brunson, and a deep three from Towns. Trying to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Here's Dimon, Brunson defending. Sharp, a screen on Bridges. And that one is stuffed right through.
Well, Thomas putting that pass on time and on target. Love to see it from that score.
New York has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Towns on a screen. And Brunson, here we go. And down it goes. 2 points. Brunson's got 25 points in the game.
And trying to put the game away, he's been nails all evening.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
And they're doing strong work on the glass, a +5 advantage for them.
Towns, a screen on Thomas. Bridges. Sharp there for the rebound. Nets trail by 7. Thomas against Towns. Thomas, right side. 6 to shoot. From deep. Hart with a rebound. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. Outside Brunson. Outside Anunoby. Towns, a screen on Thomas. Now Brunson. Here's Anunoby. And he slams it down.
Just leaping up to the rim, no one could get in Anunoby's way.
Here's Thomas. And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And the Nets making a change here. Buffkin's checked in and keeping us updated from the sideline. Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well, Jordi Fernandez was just reviewing the plan with his team. He said to them, quote, "We worked hard to come back. We have them on the ropes, but we have yet to land the knockout blow. We'll see if they can. Back to you."
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Now here's Towns. Oh, no good on the layup. 1:36 left to play in the fourth. Now Thomas. From 13 feet. Oh, the shot is off. Knicks leading by 9. Bridges on the attack. Off on the layup.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
Porter outside. Shoots a three. Hart with a rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Anunoby. Bridges outside. And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Now here's Thomas. Oh, it drops in. There's 38 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Now Towns. Rebounded by Porter.
And you know they're extremely disappointed right now. I mean, this one getting away from them.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
Harden with a rebound. So it's the Knicks now. 7-point differential. Anunoby. Rebounded by Porter. And so this one belongs to the Knicks. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves. But at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
Yeah, happy indeed. Momentum shift.